What's up, cool people of YouTube? So this video is going to be about self-motivation and how to get yourself motivated, right? Now me personally, when I grew up, I didn't hear words like I'm proud of you. I don't think I heard I'm proud of you until I was in my late 20s, and it was a shock to my system the first time I heard it. Yeah, I think that's a better view. So, but what I did have was a lot of people that were the reverse of encouraging me. You know, unencourageable people, or whatever the word is. I guess negative is the right word. I had a lot of people that were just negative around me. I heard a lot of what you can't do and what you shouldn't do and why you can't do something and why it's so difficult and the process and all this bullshit. So from a young age, I had to learn to motivate myself. And everything I did in my own head, even though I heard people saying, you can't do this, in my head I was saying, watch me do it, right? So here's a thought exercise for you people that don't really have encouragement, right? No one is a positive role model for you. No one is guiding you properly. No one's showing you the ropes. You're on your own pretty much. You might, like I had a lot of people around me, but I was on my own. You know, there's a big difference between people being hands-on and people just being there. There's a big difference. So I had to learn to be self-motivational, I guess. In my own head, there wasn't a thing I couldn't do. I could do everything. I was talented enough to do everything. I was capable of doing everything. And if I felt I wasn't able to do something, I would work hard to be able to. At least have the potential to be able to. This is what I mean by that. If you're weak physically, if you're weak, okay, in your head, tell yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna get fucking strong. I'm gonna get strong. I don't care what anybody says. I might be out of shape. I might be too short, too tall, too fat, too white, too black, too brown, too whatever the fuck, or not enough. You get what I'm saying? So if you're physically, you feel you're weak, well, guess what? Get yourself strong. Get yourself capable of being strong. And this is how you do that, man. One day at a time. You know, like, it's like that saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Like, people are like, fuck, man, I gotta go like all these years to school to become a doctor, right? Become a lawyer, become this, become that. No, you don't gotta do it for all those years, okay? You just gotta go one day at a time. And if you go tomorrow, and then you go the next day, and you go the next day, and you go the next day, you don't even have to be enthusiastic. You don't even have to be that one student that's like fucking, you know, skipping to school and shit. You know, you don't have to be happy-go-lucky. You just have to show up and do the bare minimum. At the least. At the fucking least. Show up and do the bare minimum. Alright, showing up is half the fucking work. Doing the bare minimum is the other half. And if you want to be great at something and you have passion for something, well, that develops. And that you can develop that over the years. But you have to go day in, day out. So you can have passion for something and you can fuck up the process. You can fuck up the everyday and not show up. And the person without motivation that like dragged themselves to school every fucking day and just showed up and just did the bare minimum, they're gonna go farther than the person with passion that didn't have the drive. Okay? And there's all these people out there that'll tell you what you can't do because they other people told them and they believed it. So if you're physically weak, dude, just start exercising, man. Literally, just start exercising. And it's not about being strong tomorrow. Just exercise. Tell yourself 2 minutes a day, 1 minute a day, right? 30 fucking seconds a day. Every day. 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds. Okay, you have 30 seconds to do 20 push-ups, man. You have 30. You can't do 20 push-ups, do 20 sit-ups. You can't do 20 sit-ups, do 20 squats. Do something. Any fucking thing. Anything. And you don't have to go and become a gym rat and all this shit. Like, fuck all that, okay? Just set yourself a simple fucking goal, okay? A simple goal, 30 seconds, 1 minute. That's shorter than it takes for you to use the restroom. If you shower every day, tell yourself, you know what? Every day before I take my shower, I'm gonna get butt naked and I'm gonna do my push-ups. That's it, bro. 30 seconds. Guys, girls, whatever the fuck. 3 months later, 10 push-ups a day is gonna change your entire physique. The amount of strength you're gonna get is gonna be incredible. You're gonna start developing a passion to getting strong. Long as you do it every day. The quickest way to kill passion for something is to do it too much, too fast, too hard, too often. Okay, you want to start exercising and you tell yourself, fuck, I'm gonna go sign up to the gym and I'm gonna dedicate 2 hours every time I go and I'm gonna do it 3-4 times a week. You already fucked that up. You already fucked up. You're not gonna dedicate 2 hours a few times a week. Like, who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? I'm just gonna go sign up to the gym and start going 2 hours a day. Bro, that's not normal. You're gonna go for the first 2 hours, you're gonna come back, the next day you're gonna be in so much fucking pain, you're never gonna go to the gym again. You gotta pay for the fucking gym fees and shit, you know? Just do simple shit. But what that'll do is that'll create self-confidence. That, you know what, I could do this simple task. And that simple task of 30-second workout, make it slightly intense, you know, like just a notch towards the intense. And that's more than 99% of the people out there. You're doing more than 99% of the people out there. Do you understand that? You need to tell yourself that dude, whatever I'm doing, 99% of the people out there are not doing this shit. But I am. So 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, you're going to look like a completely different person. You're going to develop passion. You're going to do your push-ups. You're going to do this. Slowly, you're going to be like, man, maybe I should change my diet. Man, maybe I should do some squats. Man, maybe I should do some sit-ups. Man, maybe I should go join the gym, you know? But it takes time, and you need to motivate yourself. And a great way to motivate yourself, because this is something that I had to learn, is if you could talk to yourself and tell yourself, you can't do this. You're not good enough to do this. You're just not good enough. You're a piece of shit. You're whatever. You can't do this. And then do it. Every single time you do it. And I'm giving a very simple example of doing a 30-second workout. Every single person has 30 seconds in their life to better their most valuable asset, which is that your physical body, that, you know, the meat sack you call you. It's the only thing that's yours. If you get stripped down butt naked, that's yours. Okay, the simplest thing is just 30-second workout, right? Tell yourself you're too weak. You can't do this. You can't stick to this, man. You're a punk. You're a bitch. Just be negative to yourself. Say it out loud. Who gives a fuck? And then do it. But while you're doing it, you tell yourself, I got this. Yes, I can. I will. This is easy. Tell yourself, even if it's hard, tell yourself this is easy while you're doing it. So before you do it, you fucking be negative. Be all those fucking people that told you you can't. You won't. You're not able to. You're too fucking short. You're too fucking tall. You're too fucking blonde. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be all those negative fucking people and tell yourself you can't do this. Just before doing it. And make sure to tell yourself, good job. I'm proud of you. To yourself, right? You need to build your ego. You gotta build your inside, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build that. That's something I had to build on my own, and I had to. The way we grew up, I just had to, and it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. I remember I was like 5-6 years old, and there was these older kids in the building next door, and they were gang banged out, you know. And being a young kid, we would always want to go by them, you know. And they're probably like 16 to 20, and they're gangbangers, you know. And we'd always want to go by them, but we were really little. We were like 5, 6, 7 years old little, right? But I remember this one dude, every time he'd see me, come here, you, come here. And he'd call me by my name, come here. And he'd be like, I want you to do 20 push-ups. I'm like, no, man. And this guy would like, literally, he could be in the middle of a fucking conversation. He would stop and he'd be like, man, you're gonna do 20 push-ups and we're not leaving until you do it. I'll let you hang out with us until we leave the building. How about that? And every time this guy saw me, and his friends would always be like, why are you doing this to this kid, man? Why are you making him always do push-ups? He's like, because look where we're growing up, bro. This kid is gonna grow up in the trenches, man, and he needs to be tough. So every time I see him, he's gonna do his push-ups. And this guy religiously, every time he saw me, man, every fucking time he saw me, you're gonna do push-ups. You know, and it was things like that stuck in my head, you know, where sometimes you get help from individuals you're not expecting to get help from. And sometimes those little gestures people do, man, they're more motivating and motivational and encouraging and better for you than sometimes the people around you, sometimes more than your family, sometimes more than your friends, you know? And so it's a very important thing for you to know potential, because for you to know that you have the potential of becoming a doctor, that doesn't mean you have to be a doctor. The potential to be a lawyer, the potential to be a bodybuilder, a potential to be an athlete. And how do you develop that thinking of you have potential? You dedicate enough time on the basics, on just the basics, right? Of sticking to something and exercising for 30 and being strong enough where you felt you were physically weak, now you feel physically strong. And now you know if you dedicate night and day to becoming a whatever the fuck, that it's gonna happen and you have the potential. In your head, you're thinking, fuck, I can literally dedicate night and day to this and I will be this. Your ego will go through the roof. Your self-confidence will go through the roof. Because now you know your value. You know your know your self-worth. Not necessarily your value, but your self-worth. You know that you're capable of and have the potential. And that will get you through so many things in life. Because when you have this negative perception of yourself, which so many people around me had, and I never had that. But I was hypersensitive, and I noticed it in other people. And the problem they had was because they lacked a healthy big ego, because they lacked all this self-worth and potential and capability, and knowing all because they lacked it, they were always insecure. So the things they said was because of their insecurity. Them being mean to people was because they were really trying to be mean to themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They were just throwing out to the world what they were seeing inside. But if you develop all these things and become a healthy human being, mentally and physically, you will be a better person. Because with your healthy ego and all that, now you're going to be nicer to people. Your doors are going to open up for you. You understand? Because you're not that same dick that you were. You're not the person that was just an asshole, insulting people, and just rude and had no control, no nothing, you know? But all of these things over time, you're gonna gain all these tools, and it's a trip. Like, if I think of the military, of which I never went to the military. Looking back, I wish straight out of high school I went to the military, armed forces, whatever the fuck you call it, right? I think I would have been an amazing soldier, man. And I wish that's what I had done. I wish I had gone into the Air Force or the Marines or the Army, not the Navy. I don't like water. I don't like boats, even though they have fucking awesome machinery. And props to submariners and the Navy dudes, you know. But fuck, cold water and me don't go good together. Maybe the Marines was out of the question for that too. But I have sensitive ears. If I go into the water and it's too cold, my ears, I don't know what it is, man. It instantly feels like a migraine. There's a limit on how much I can push myself through pain, you know. But once that pain starts cutting into your thinking and whatnot, and yeah. But anyways, so I know where I stood because I knew my potential. And that means that because I knew my potential, I knew my weaknesses. But the reason I brought up the military is the military, when you go to the military, they're going to break you down and then build you up, right? What do they emphasize? We all watch the videos. We've all seen it. Make your bed. Dress up properly. Your belt is crooked. Your shoes aren't shiny. Your gun's not clean, right? Something fucking simple. Fucking simple. You could be making your bed at home. But no, they don't just want you to make your bed. They want you to make it fucking extra good. Extra crispy. Why? Because it's the beginning of building a healthy human being. The fact that you can, it's not about making your bed. They don't give a fuck if your bed is dirty, clean, whatever the fuck. It's not about your bed. It has nothing to do with the bed. It has everything to do with you accomplishing a daily goal. Accomplishing something simple, just something positive that says, you know what, at least I made my bed fucking extra crispy. There wasn't a bed fucking crisper than mine, properly tucked and everything, you know? Because when you're out in the battlefield, you're not gonna have a fucking bed. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You might be out on mission sleeping on rocks and shit. They don't give a fuck about that. But they want to build that ego, that human being, that dude that, you know what? When they let me go, I'm gonna go fucking, I'm gonna solve this mission. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna die trying. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go out on this mission. I'm gonna go out with the homies, or my comrades, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? They're gonna let us loose like some fucking pit bulls, and we're gonna go and get this shit done because no one else can get it done. And I'm gonna make sure these guys are on top of their game, and I'm gonna make sure they're pushing me to be on the top of mine. We're gonna go, we're gonna fucking smoke some motherfuckers, we're gonna accomplish a mission, whatever the fuck it is. And then we're gonna come back with our balls in our hand, our balls in one hand, my dick in the other hand, my fucking machine gun swinging around my fucking neck. Who the fuck knows, right? Long as, but it all starts off with a simple fucking task. A simple fucking task. 30-second workout a day. Maybe for some of you people, it's reading an article a day. Reading the front page of the newspaper. The front page. Half of it is a fucking picture. Maybe for some of you, that's what it is. Maybe for some of you, it's, you know what? I never respected myself to dress up nice. So you know what? I'm gonna, for no reason, I'm gonna dress up nice. Like, you guys can't see me in this video right now, okay? But I just shaved my face, shaved my head, okay? Cleaned myself up. I'm wearing brand new shoes, brand new clothes. I feel good. You guys aren't gonna see me. I'm not gonna go see nobody. It's like fucking 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dead out here. No one's gonna see me. But I'm dressing up nice for me, not for nobody else. Just for me. So maybe you need to dress up nice for yourself. Put on some makeup if you're a girl. That's like fucking war paint. You know what I'm saying? When dudes go to war and they gotta put up fucking makeup and all that shit to fucking blend into the bushes. Dude, if guys can put on fucking makeup to make themselves look better, and it was okay across the board, dudes would do it in a fucking flash. Because the amount of pussy we get would go up. But as a man, that's not okay to do all that shit. So, you women, you guys have that open opportunity. You guys can dress up, do the makeup, the war paint, the heels, everything, man. You guys can do anything and everything to make yourselves feel better. You guys can go buy some fuzzy pajamas with some fucking fuzzy stuffed animal fucking slippers to go to bed with. You guys can put on the heels. You guys can put on the fucking the female version of the suit. You know, look all lawyered up. Like, there's so many things to pick from, man. And make yourself feel good. Whatever you do it for you. It's not about anybody else. Fuck everybody else. It's not about anybody else. Kids think like that. Oh, I'm gonna look good for somebody else. You know? Unless, like, you have a girlfriend or something. Yeah, it's good to look good for your girlfriend. But important thing is you look good for you. That's why the military does that to you, right? I want you to put on your pants the right fucking way. I want you to put on the belt the right fucking way. I want your collar crisp. I want you to fucking take extra time, extra starch. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 90s, dudes used to crease their pants. I used to crease my pants. Dudes used to fucking put mad starch. They could literally... I've seen a homie literally crease his pants to the point where he opened it up and he stood it on the floor. Those pants were so fucking crisp. It was like a razor blade going down the front. But he opened, the pants are standing on their own fucking weight. His jeans, you know? But he had that OCD, I'm gonna get this shit like crispy like a motherfucker, you know? And when I was going to school, my thing was I had to have a new t-shirt every fucking day. I hated, I used to wear, like, I used to stop by, it wasn't the swap meet, but it was like a swap meet, right? And I used to buy Pro Club white t-shirts and Shaka black t-shirts. Shaka had the nice deep black color, and Pro Club had this really nice white that had a bluish tint to it. And if you washed either or, they completely, that white would just become a regular white, and the black would become a little faded. And I couldn't stand that. I had to have a fucking shiny black shirt or shiny white shirt every fucking day. I didn't go buy designer fucking shit, you know? I mean, my thing was, you know, white t-shirts, black t-shirts, and button shirts. But I always had, you know, my nice jeans, always my shoes. I'd fuck with my laces. I'll put some pride into it, you know? Take some pride. I'd have my shoelaces matching my t-shirt, my jeans, whatever the fuck. You know, it wasn't what you wore, it was how you wore it. But all these things build up your ego. And the most important thing is, the dude in your head has to tell you, you can do this shit, you got it, when everyone else says you can't. It's not about proving them wrong. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's that simple. It's about proving yourself right. That you can do this. You are capable. You are smart enough. You are strong enough. You are this or that or whatever the fuck. But you need to be your own motivation. Don't ever expect anyone to give you something that you should have. You understand? No, you should be telling yourself you're proud of yourself. The amount of times I've told myself, dude, I'm proud of me, I did that shit. And there's a lot of things I did, man. Now, damn, I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, goddamn, a lot of people can't do this shit. So, you need to be that positive voice in your fucking head. Don't be the bitch in your head, that bitch dude. Don't be the dude that, I can't do this, I'm weak, it's gonna hurt, that's the bitch in you. That's the bitch in you that you gotta smack around. You gotta smack that bitch up. You know? Man, fuck that, I got this. What the fuck? What the fuck was I thinking? Where the fuck was my head at? Lift up your skirt, grab your balls. Drop your pants, grab your ovaries, ladies. You gotta tell yourself you got this shit. You got it. No one else, you. If no one else does it, it's not gonna be done. Even if someone else is gonna do it, tell yourself, fuck, no one else does it, this shit ain't gonna be done. Motivate yourself. Be that positive role model for yourself. Dude, role models on a long enough timeline, they let you down. You know, there's that thing of like, don't ever meet your hero, because most people heroes are people from music or TV or, you know, people they don't know. There's like this nostalgia to like this person that you build. There's a person in a movie or a character, but you build on that and you take lessons from it, and they're real lessons to be had. But you mistake that person for a real role model or your hero. Oh man, this guy did this. When you meet that person, you see he's a completely different person. Talks different, acts different. He's a dick. He's too good, too busy. A bad day, bad whatever. He's just another human being. You gotta be your own hero, your own fucking motivational fucking whatever the fuck. You gotta be yours. You gotta respect yourself. You respect yourself and you like yourself, then that's the only way you can respect and like other people. If you don't love yourself, do you know how difficult it is to love somebody else? It's horrific. If you don't love yourself, it's a nightmare to try to love somebody else. You know, it's weird. That's why in the Bible it even says like God should come first. And I'm not advocating for the Bible, but I'm not knocking it down either. But it says, you know, God should come first. You should come first, because God is a supernatural thing. You need to come first, and then your parents or your family, and then, you know, and so on and so on. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love these other people properly. How are you going to be a good son, a good daughter, a good wife, a good husband, a good dad, a good cousin, a good whatever, if you're not good to yourself? How are you even going to worship your God properly or with dignity or in a good way when you don't respect yourself? So all these things, man, they're all linked together. Don't get it twisted. They're not separate things. They're not separate things at all. And I'm taking this time to, like, I hope you people hear me on this, because I see a lot of people out there. And me personally, I tell people, I take the time when someone does something positive that's close to me, I make sure to tell them, good job, or I'm proud of you. I make sure to do it, because no one did it to me, and when they first did it, I was like, God damn, that kind of felt good, you know? And I don't want to tell the story of why they said that and what was the situation, but I mean, it was like, damn, that felt good. And I started saying it. I started saying it to other people, you know? So, whether it's going before you go to sleep, whether it's when you first wake up, you can be on the bathroom, you can be on the toilet, you can be in your bedroom, in the backyard, lunch break, whatever it is, man, just do that minimum. If it's a physical thing of exercising, do that. And there is no reward. Don't do that reward shit that, you know what, when I do this, and then I'm gonna eat like 20 cookies. Like, that's gonna be like, oh, good job, you know? Like, pat myself on the back. I'm gonna give myself a gift. No. There is no reward. That is the fact that you did it. That's the reward. That's it. That's the reward. It's like dogs, right? Anyone that owns a pet, you know, they're puppies, so you train them with food, for example. Sit, and then, you know, when they sit, you give them a treat, and then you do it long enough, eventually they start doing it without a treat. But what would you do? You tell your dog sit, and your dog sits, and you're like, oh, good boy, good girl, or you pat her on the head. It becomes, the act itself becomes the reward. But the minute you start sticking to, every time I sit down, I better get fucking cookies, I better fucking empty out half the fridge for a reward for doing 20 push-ups, you know, like put in 50,000 calories because I burned fucking 5. You're just doing damage. You're just, no, you're not hearing me. Don't be that person. You know? So I hope this is motivational for some of you people out there. Whatever it is, man, one day at a time. One day at a time. And with time, you will be better in so many ways. I'm so hard on myself, man. I'm so hard on myself. Mentally, every day that I feel that I didn't do enough. I just didn't do enough, man. Time is flying by and I'm not doing enough. I'm so hard on myself. Even though I'm doing things positive throughout the day, you know, I'm on top of my shit. I do it. No one needs to tell me, and I do it good. Not just do it. I do it fucking great. But it's like on my off time, you know, it could be break time. It could be. I'm really hard on myself. Like, damn, man, I could do better. You know, I should be doing something right now. You know, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because I came from a hard place. Maybe I don't know what, but maybe I haven't achieved whatever goals I've set out for myself or whatnot. But I'm really hard on myself. But I also tell myself I'm proud of myself and all that bullshit. So yeah. You guys have a good night. And good luck. It's the little things, you know?